Okay, so welcome back to the new video. So in this video, we're gonna make this awesome real estate website using the Elementor and the WordPress. So let me show the demonstration of the project which we're gonna make in this video from start. So let's refresh this website from start, and let me click on this. And uh, after refreshing, you can see that we have this type of sequence animation coming in our hero section. So here you can see that we have this hero section at start where we have this form. So you can see that here we have the form where we have this type of border effect, and also you can see that we have this type of fields here. Here we have the city name, select status. In the status we are having rent and sale option. And then we have this option where we can select the flat type, so we can choose from these options. Here we have the entire email, full name, and here we have the minimum area and max area, and we can search this. Also we can submit this form. Okay, and also you can see that here we have this the easy way to find your dream house. Here we have this type of things, and here we have the extra now button, and with this hover effect on this, you can see that when I hover we have this type of effect. And here we have a video icon, so you can add a video link to this icon. Okay, so you can see that when I move my mouse, you can see that it will have some effect, okay, like this. Also you can see that we have this header at the top which is always sticky at the top. So when I scroll below, then this header will be sticky at the top. Here we have the logo for the home hype. Here we have all of the links which have where we have this type of hover effect. Here we have the about, properties, services, agent, testimonial, contact, and here we have the add property option where we have this hover effect. Also let me refresh this and let me show you the animations where we have the sequence animation. So right now we are using very fast animations because fast animation make the website loading speed fast, okay, and very less animations. So we can scroll below and you can see that this part of the editor will be sticky at the top. So let's go below. Here you can see that we have the properties by categories, so you can add this type of categories. Also you can see that when I go there, we have this type of effect. You can see we have this type of effect. So I will show you how you can build this using the Elementor. Okay, so for that we are not using any custom code and all. Here for the apartments we have this type of listings, clubhouse, okay. And also you can see that we have this effect. Here we have little bit black color more, so we can have this text visible. So I will show you how you can add this type of gradient effect in your this type of section. So you can see that here also we have this type of farmhouse, modern villa, condo, family house, apartment, and clubhouse. Okay, so let's go below. Here we have the real estate services, so we can showcase this type of services like this: buy a new home, sell a home, rent a home. Okay, so also we have this icons where we have this hover effect on this icons, so we can hover on this, and here we have this effect. Also you can see that on this category boxes, when I hover, we have this type of shadow effect, like on hover you can see that. Okay, so I will show you how you can make this type of effect also by using the Elementor. So let's go below. Here we have the feature property section, and here you can see that I will show you how you can build this type of custom sections. So these are all the custom sections. Okay, we have this type of layout. Okay, and I will show you how you can build this full. So if you are new to our channel, likes and share our videos and subscribe to this channel. Also we're gonna build this whole website step by step without using any pre-made template like other YouTubers. We are not importing any templates and all. We are making everything from scratch. Okay, here also we have the sequence animation. So if I refresh this, so let's refresh this once, and if I go below, you can see we have this type of animation. Here also we have these animations. Then we have our client, our agent section. Here you can see we have this agents. So here we have these agents in this beautiful section. Here we have their social icons. If you can have, you can also add more agents here by adding their more social icons if you want. Okay, so right now I have the same name and all because this is just a demo. So you can add your agents and all like this. Here we have this type of sections. So here also we can add different numbers. So right now I have the properties listed, properties sold, client, rewards, all are same, but you can just add their different numbers. Also you can see that we have this background image like this. Okay, and here we have this type of boxes. Here also we have this animations. If I go below, you can see that we have this animations here like this. Here we have our client section. Here we have this type of client. Okay, so we can slide these by using our mouse. Okay, we can slide it by using our mouse. These are all the slides. Okay, like this. Okay, then we have our team section. So here we have the register now button. We have our join our team. Here we have subscribe our newsletter form. You can fill out this form and all. Here also we have these animations. If you can see, we can again go to the below and I will show you that. Okay, so you can see that all the animations are fully working. Okay, these that and after that we have our footer. So you can see that we have the home I have logo here. Here we have the social icons also with this over effect. Here we have this type of links and all. Okay, here we have all the phone number and all information. Here we have the terms and condition carriers. Okay, then at last you can see that we have in the footer we have this type of image in the background which is transparent. Also we have this scroll to the button. If I click on this button, it will take me to the top of the website like this. Okay, also you can see that when I click on the about, it will go to the respective section about properties, services, agents, testimonial and content. Okay, so I will show you how you can build this type of things also. Okay, so let me show you the mobile part of the website. So let's go to the mobile part. So here you can see that we are on the mobile part. So let's refresh this once and let me show you that this website is fully responsive. So let's go here and refresh. After refreshing, you can see that we have fully responsive website here. Okay, this is the mobile menu where we have the toggle effect, and these are all the things. Here we have the form fully working for the smaller screens. Here we have the category, and you can see that all of these are fully working. Here also, if I click, we have this all the listings coming here like this. Okay, so I will show you how you can build this type of awesome website using the Elementor and the WordPress, and no coding is needed in that. Okay, I will show you step by step how you can build this type of awesome websites. Also, you can fully customize according to you. After watching the whole video, you will learn all the process and all. Here we can also have the slide here like this. This is fully sliding. Okay, and I will give you all of these images in the video description for free also, so you can follow along with me without any hesitations and something. Also, if you want to buy this kit, you can check out all the links are in the video description. We are selling this website kit at very affordable rates also, so you can check all the links are in the video description for buying the image and for buying this kit also. Okay, and also if you want to buy the Elementor Pro, we are also selling that, so you can get it from the video description also. And all our previous websites are also there, so do check out our website where you can buy the kits. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start the video. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe to the channel, like and share our video with your friends, and we're gonna build this whole website step by step from start. Okay, so for making this website, I have installed a fresh WordPress installation. So let me show you the themes and the plugin which are required for making this. So let's go to the themes option, and in the themes, if I go, you can see that we are using the Hello Elementor theme, which is the official Elementor theme. Also, let's go to the plugins and let me show you the plugins. For the plugins, let's me show you. For the plugins, we are using the Elementor and its Pro version. Okay, and these are the plugins. Also, if you want to have this plugin, you can check out the links are all in the video description. So let's go to the pages option. So here you have to make a one page home. Okay, after that we have to go to the settings, go to the reading option, and here you will find a static option. Choose this as a home page. So what is the benefit of this? So whenever you go here and visit site, so your home page will be loaded here. Okay, so let me upload all of these images which are required for making this. So let's upload all of these images first, and I will also give you all of these images in the video description. So here we have the home hive, and these are all the images. Let's upload. Okay, all of these images are free, so you can check out all of these links are in the video description. Also, let's wait to upload. and we're gonna build this whole website step by step from start. Okay, so you can see that all of these images are uploaded. So let's open our home page. So here you can see that we have the edit option. Let's make this here. So we can just click on this edit. Okay, it will open this. Now click on this edit with Elementor. So it will open the Elementor page builder. So we're gonna make this home page first. Okay, so first we're gonna build the hero section. First we're gonna build the home page, and after that I will build the header and footer. Okay, so in this way we will divide it. So here you can see that this is open. Now let's minimize it. Also we can go to this, and here we can click on the site settings. So let's click on the site settings from here, and after that we have to add some global colors. So for that we're gonna use the color picker tool. So let me copy this. So let's go to the global colors, and here we have this. So here we can add theme blue, and here we can just click on this. Okay, then we can have this dark blue. So for this dark blue color, we're gonna copy this. Theme dark blue here like this. Okay, so let's go below. Here you can see all of these colors are there. So we want to have this color also. Let's use the color picker tool, copy this. Then we can go here, and here we can write theme lion. We can use BG. Okay, I generally save colors like this. So if you save in any other way, feel free to use that. Okay, this is not mandatory that you will use this only. Okay, I just do it like that. So let's have a black color also. So here we have the black color. Here we have the black color. Here we can use this black color. Okay, let's save the changes. Okay, then after that what we can do, we can just after saving we can just go back, and we have this. Okay, right, now let's make this. So let's go to the top, and here you can see that we have to make this. Now let's add a two section layout. Okay, like this. Here we can rename this hero, and here we can have 1400. Let me check the width and all. Okay, so here we can use 1300 max width like this. Okay, and here we can have 80 to the top and 80 to the bottom. Here we can remove all of these paddings from here. Okay, then we can go to this. Here we have to use a background image. So let's go to the media library, and here we will find this one like this. Here we have this option for the center, and here we have the display size would be covered. Okay, and here you can see that if I go to this, and here we can have the easy way. Okay, and here you can choose your fonts according to you. Let's make this white. Here let's make this 20. Okay, then after that we have this. So for that also we can have this. Okay, and here we can just copy this text here, and we can go here. Okay, like this. And here if I go, let's increase the font size of this. Okay, we can use this 80. 80 is looking very big. Let's use the 70 per pixel, and this we have to break. Okay, for breaking we can use a BR tag, and here you can see that we have dream of different colors. So for that we're gonna use some custom. Okay, so you can make this in any other way also. Okay, and here we can add okay, here we can add span tag, not style. Okay, here we can add this span tag, and inside this we can use the style, and here we can use the color. Okay, so the color which we're gonna use is I think 00BBF, so we can just go here, and here we can write 00BBF like this also, and rest color we're gonna make this to white. Okay, so we have this ready. Okay, then after that we have to just add here a text editor, and this will say this. Okay, let's add this, and here also we can make this completely white. Okay, and let's increase the font size of this also like this. Okay, let's publish this one so we don't lose any changes. So now you can see that we have this so for that we can add a container, and here we can remove all of this. Now we can add a button here, and here we have the register now, so we can just click on this register now, and here we can have this transparent, and this we can make this white. Here we have the solid, and this also we can make this fully white. Here we can have the 15. Okay, like this, and here we can go to this. Here we can have the hover effect and make this white like this. Border color would be this also, and here we can have some hover animation like grow. Okay, so in this way, now you can see we have this button. So this is very easy. You have to just choose the icon widget here and just drag and drop this. Now go to this container, which is the parent container of both this, and make this like this. Okay, and here we can upload SVG. You can upload this also, or you can go from this and choose for play. Here we have so much options, so let's choose this. Okay, and here we can use this. Now let's increase its size and all. If you want, we can make this white like this. Okay, whatever colors you want, you can make this like this. Here if you want, we can have this more, like here we can use 30. For the left also we can use the 30. Okay, we can make this bigger. You can just increase the typography of these fonts like this, so it will look it bigger. So for that we have to put the space also. We can just put go to this parent container, advanced, and here we can add 30 pixels. So this in this way. Okay, now let's publish. Now we have to make this form. So for that form we can add a new container here like this, and here we can name this form box. Okay, now we can have this. Now let's see, here we have the hero, and here we can just go to the layout. We can make everything in the center. Okay, here also we can go to this parent and we can make everything in the center. So we have this. Now we can make this form box completely white. Okay, here we have some border also. Let's give this border. Okay, now let's have some padding also. I think padding is required, so let's give 40. Now let's inside this you can add a text, and this is saying find your perfect fit. Okay, and here we can make this black. You can choose our black theme black. You can play with the font size. Let's make this 26 is looking good. Okay, whatever you prefer, just make this. Okay, 27. Now we have this, so for that we can add a form. Okay, you will find this Elementor widget form. Now we don't want the label, and first make this medium. Okay, now we can add enter city name, select status. So let's make this city name, and here we can write enter your city. Okay, and here we can write enter your email like this. Here we don't want this message field. Then we have the select status, so for that we can add this. Here we can choose this select option, and here we can write select what is the name, select status. Okay, select status. Here also we can add this field status rand. So this first field will show here like this. Then we have this select types. Also we can just you can just duplicate this and just change this here, select type. Okay, and here also we can select this. Now just to change these options, here we can add rent, plot, apartments and all. Okay, so you can choose this here. Then we have full name and minimum and maximum. So for the full name we can use the city name, and just we can write this here, and here also place this. Okay, and you can see we have this minimum and max. So right now you can see that these are the columns side by side. So how are we going to do that? For that, add a new, choose this number field here, number. Okay, and here you can see that we can add a min area square feet. Okay, we can just add this a placeholder here. Okay, like this, and here you will find this option 100. So just choose 50%. Now just duplicate, and here you will find the max. Here also you will find this max. Okay, like this. Go to button, here you will find go to the medium, and here you will find submit, like this. Okay, now let's go to the styles. Here you will find the button option, theme blue. Okay, like this. And on the hover also we can use this dark blue, like this. Okay, and if you want you can put some animations also. All these animations are there, bob or sync. So all these animations are there. I prefer let's use the sync animations, like this. Okay, now let's go to the form, and here we can add 20, and this would be 20 also. Then we can go to this field and we can make this completely black. Okay, and here we can have this border width 0, border radius also 0, and we have to use this color little shade. So for this I think we can use the background color, but little like this, or you can use this theme BG, like this. Okay, this is looking good. We can add some border also BG, and here we can use this and make this little bit darker. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is looking good. So you can customize it according to you. Now let's publish this once, and here you can see that we have this little bit smaller bit. So we can go to this form box, go to layout, and here just you can make this smaller. Okay, like this. Okay, like this. So we can have this border also. So this is the form box, this is so let's go to the form box, style. Here you will find border option. So we can add the border type solid. Okay, we can add this to 5 or this something, and here also we can add this. Okay, we can add this. Here we can add the 10, 8. Okay, like this, and we can make this transparent if you want. Okay, like this. So I hope this is looking good. You can fully customize it whatever you want to make this. Okay, and here we can also have this in the center line, like this. We can put some more spacing here, like this. Okay, so in this way, let's publish. Now if I go to this and preview it from here, you can just preview it live. You can see that we have this now working, and I hope this is looking like this. So you can just customize all of this looking. We can also add a background color to this, so it will be more visible. So let's go to this main container, background overlay. Here you have to just add a background color. Okay, and just add this fully like this, publish. Then after that we can just go here and refresh. So this is looking good. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build our next sections. So now let's build our properties by category section. So for making this we can add a new container, and here we can add category, and here we can add 1300 max width, and here we can add 80 to the top, 80 to the bottom. Okay, then we can add this heading here, properties by category. So we can just add this properties by category. Okay, and here we can just make this black. Here let's make this to 35. Okay, and here we can make this capitalize. Here let's add this divider. Okay, we can place this in the center. Here also we can make this to 0, make this 4. Here we can make this theme blue. Okay, now let's add a text editor. Okay, and here we can just add this let's add this content, and now we have to make this a little bit line bridge. So for that we're gonna use the custom width option like this. So you can see this is looking good. Also now we have to make this layout. So for making this layout we have to add a new container. So let's add a new container. This is main container. Let's name this also first. Okay, inside this we have to make 2 boxes now. So let's add 2 more containers inside this. This will be 1 and 1. Okay, remove all of these paddings, and let's duplicate this, and this will be 1 and 2. Here we have the 1 layout like this. Okay, now let's first make this. So first we have to go to this one, and here we have to go to the styles. This here we can choose any image. So let's choose this image. Here we can have this center and center, and this would be cover. Okay, and if I go to the borders, here we can have the 10. Okay, here we can have 20, and okay, and what we can do, we can go to the layout, and here we can add 350 like this. Okay, 350 is, let's first add some background overlay color gradient. Also you can choose this gradient, and this would be black and this would be white, where we have this transparent effect. Okay, and the opacity will be more like this, little less. Okay, also we could have this, so we can add a new container. Okay, so this is the text box, we can name this. Let's duplicate this. Here we can have this full width. You can see that we have this and this is the text box. Okay, so this text box coming to the top, but we can go to this layout, we can make this in the end. So we have this in the end. Also let's put some padding. Let's put some padding here, only 30. Okay, now we can add this. This is outside, let's add inside this. So this is saying family house, so we can write family house. Here we can just have this like this. Here we can have this white. Let's duplicate this, and this will have four properties. Let's make this little bit smaller. Okay, let's make this. Also we can use any button for that. So this will say view all listings, and here we have the icon library, and here we're gonna choose the arrow, and we can choose this arrow like this. We can make this in the left. So for this green color we can remove this, so let's remove this. Here we can make this completely white, so you can see, and also padding we can remove. let's upload, let's increase the font size in this way. Okay, now you can see we have to add this hover effect. So how we can add this? So first go to the text box. Here we can make this, here we can make this 15. Okay, like this. Also we can go to the text box, animations, oh sorry, advanced, go to the motion effect. Here you will find the transform. Here you can see we have this offset. So for the offset in the x-axis, we can make this to the, so we can hide this, okay, till 58. Okay, now when we hover this offset, we can make this okay, let's go to this, we can make this 0. So when you hover, it will go up to like this, okay, like this. Okay, so we have this effect now. So just we can save this first, so we don't lose any changes. Now inside this, so you can see we have this 1, and inside we have 1 and 1, 1 and 2. So we can just go to this 1, and also we have to make this stretch, so this box will be stretched. Now we can go to this 1 on 1, copy this, and we can go inside this and paste. Okay, and this will be 1 to 1 like this. So you can have this. Okay, and then we can go to this like this. You can make this space between and center. So you can see how quickly we build this. So this is looking good. Okay, this is also working. Now we can just duplicate this. Okay, so this is the full power of the Elementor. You have to understand these containers and all. We can rename this to. Then we can just go to this and make this the reverse. So you can see how quickly we build this whole structure. Okay, then you have to just replace all of this content and let's publish. So just replace all of this content. So we are only making a one layout, and all these full layouts are duplicated, just like you can see. Now let's replace this images. We can choose any different image, like we have this image. Okay, you can see we have this image also here. Just choose any different image like this. Then we can have this the image here. Here we have this image or different image. You can choose any image. Okay, so in this way you can make this. Okay, so I hope you understand. Let's publish. We have to replace all of this contents and all. Now let's refresh this here. And after refreshing, if I go below, you can see we have this fully working. Here we have this hover effect also, and this is looking very cool. You can just replace all of this content, add a link to this listing, and just okay. I hope you understand. Here you can see we have very less space, so for that we can just go to this one here, and here we can add this to 20 or 30. Publish. Now let's refresh, and you can see we have this fully working, and we have this space also. Okay, so in this way we can make this. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the real estate and other sections. Okay, so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the real estate services sections. So let's go below. Here you will find this. Let's add a new container. Here we can add these services sections, and here you will find this. Okay, so here you can just add a new container, and we can also make this 1300. Okay, here we have the 80, and here also we can have this 80. Okay, now let's add this, and here you will find the real estate services. So we can have this real estate services. Okay, and here also we can have a background image. So the background image we are gonna use this. Okay, and here we can make everything in the center, display cover, and for the overlay color we can use a color also PG1. Okay, this way. Now let me copy this, then copy this. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that we can only make one time, and we can copy and paste, just duplicate the others. Okay, now we can just add a grid. Let's add a grid here. Here we can just remove this. Now let's me remove this. Okay, now let's add a new container. Here we can just make this fully white, advanced, and here we can add this 30. Okay, now we can search for the icon. Here we can have this. Okay, now we can use the upload SVG option and we can just upload the icons. I will give you all of these icons also. So let's choose this icon. Okay, so when I first upload, all the icons will not be uploaded. This is the glitch of the Elementor. It will only upload a one image. Okay, that last one. So now we have to upload this again. So we can choose this wall. This. Okay, so I will give you all of these icons. Upload. So let's wait for it to upload. I think we get that blue icon also. Okay, so let's wait. So I think we want this blue icon, right? But we are getting this one. So let's we have to find the. Okay, so we have this three icons. So let's use this. Okay, so you can use your icons according to you. You can just go to the SVG repo. There you will find all of these icons. This we can make this. Okay, so we can make this, and this is white or something. We can use this thing blue. And for the hover, we can make this dark blue, and this will be white. Let's see how this is working. But I prefer this. For the hover animation, we can use the bow effect here. Okay, in this way. Here you will find this on. Just copy this. Buy a new home. Buy a new home, and here we will find a container. Okay, and here we can just have this 23, and here we can also add this lorem ipsum. And here we can have this full width like this. Okay, and here also we can have this. Here we can make this. Okay, now let's go to this hover effect. Here I think when we hover, we want to add a border. So let's add this box shadow like this. This is so simple. If you are using Elementor, we can just make this little bit bigger more. Okay, now let me duplicate this. We have to just duplicate this. Okay, and here we have the grid option. Here you will find this. We can just add this 30. Okay, and also we can just go to the advanced. Here we can add this to 30. Let's publish. Now you have to just replace all of this content. Okay, so how fast we build this? This is the power of the Elementor. I prefer Elementor over all other builders. That's why you can see this is looking very good now. Okay, so in this way we can make this. You can also add a border radius if you want here. Just go into the border radius. Okay. Now let's go below. Here we're gonna build this now feature property. This is a little bit tough, but if you follow the step by step, I will show you how you can build this easily. Now let's build this feature properties. For that, let's me show you one thing. Let's duplicate this. Okay. So it will duplicate all of these full sections. Now we have to just remove the unnecessary ones. So here what is the option? Properties. So we can name this properties. Okay, here we can remove this image. We can remove the background overlay color also here. We can remove this. Okay, and if I go to this, we can remove this grid. Here we can add these feature properties. Okay, and here we can have this grid option now. here we have these 6 options like so we can make this. Here also we can have this container. Okay, like this. Here we can see we have this image. So for this image, what we can do, I will show you. You can see here we have this. So just copy this and then just go to this, just paste it. So it will fully paste this. Okay, and we can have this 300 only. Here let's see, we can use the 250. 250 is good. Okay, and here this is the item. And here we can have this to, I think we have to upload those images also. So let me find those images here. I think I have these images. So here you can see. Okay, let's upload this also. So we can choose this image. Okay, like this. Now you can see here we have two at the top, two at the bottom. So for that, again we have to add the two containers. Okay, let's add the two containers here. So first we have to add one main container. Okay, so I think we already have the main container. So let's add the two container here. This is the first. Okay, this will contain the btn box. Name this so we don't mess it. And just duplicate this like this. Okay, so we have this, and here we can have this space between and all. Okay, now let's first add the buttons. So let's add the button in this. Okay, and here we have this office space and for sale. So this will say office space. Okay, and let's duplicate this. So for this btn box we can just duplicate this like this, and this will say for sale. So now let me copy the color code here, pick the colors, this color. So for the first one, pick this color. Okay, and here we can have this border a little bit like this. Typography we can just increase the fonts. Okay, like this. Now for the green color we can also pick this. Okay, and here also we can have this color. And first let's copy this here. Now let me go and we're gonna pick this. Okay, let's pick this from here again. Okay, like this. So do we have this? Also you can see we have this little bit more here gap, so let me make this 10. Okay, now we have this now you can see that we have to build this. Okay, for that we have to add two boxes inside this. So the first box will contain this and second box will contain this, right? Okay, now we can add the two boxes here inside this. So the first box will contain, let's divide this like top, all the padding, duplicate, and this is the bottom. Okay, now let's me choose the list here. Okay, just drag and drop. Here we have this New York City. Okay, so let's name this New York City, and here we can find the map. Okay. Go to the styles icon. Here we can make this white, increase the font size. Okay, here we have the text. We can make this white. Okay, and here we can have this 500. Then we have the other things also. So let me copy this, means let's add the text here. Here we can add this content also now. Okay, and here we can make this full white again. Let's increase the font size like this. Okay, and here you can see we have the top, so we can make this 10 here. Okay, now we have to make this, so here we have the 2, so for that we're gonna use this only. Okay, it is saying 110 meter square feet, so let me copy this, go here, remove this, go here, text, make this 400. Let's keep the 500 only. Let's decrease this little bit. Okay, let's duplicate this now. Go to the bottom, add this space between center. Okay, now let's go here. Here make the 2. Here let's choose the bath. We have the 2 bath here. Okay, now let's duplicate this 3 times. Here we have the 3. Here let's choose the bed. Here the 3 bedroom. Okay, and here we can choose a parking, so we have to choose car, so we have this one parking, and we can make this list. Okay, so you can see that. Now what we have to put a line here, so we have this bottom and we have this top. Okay, so for that, if we go to the bottom, here we can add a border like solid, and here we can add the 2, make this complete white. Also we can add this padding here like this. If you go here, you can see we have this. Also we have this item. Here we can make this to 300 like this. Okay, so in this way you can see we have built this. I hope you understand. We can go to the background overlay, and here we can increase the opacity of this like this. So we have this fully working. Now we have to just duplicate this, we have to just duplicate this 6 times. Let's publish this one so we don't lose this. Now we can duplicate this. Let's duplicate this also one more time. Okay, in this, now we can go to the grid here, and here we can add this 30 again. So now you have to just replace all of this content, and this section is also ready. I hope you understand how you can build it. If you find that this is very fast, so you can just play the video in a slow speed. Okay, so you can see how cool this is looking. You have to just replace all of this content and all. Okay, so this is also done. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build these agents now. Let's move to the next section where we're gonna build this agent section. For that we have to just copy this section because this is almost similar, so we don't want to make this again and again. Okay, here we can see meet our agents, so we can just go here, and here we can write meet our agents. Okay, now we have to use this grid, so we can just remove this grid here, and we're gonna add a new grid. Okay, here we can see we have the 4, so let's make this 4, and this is 1. Okay, now we can add a box here. We can add an image. Okay, now we can add a container. This is a container. Make this, and here we can add this theme dark. Okay, let's name this. Okay, inside this we can add a social icon first, so let's add a social icons. This we can name item. Here we can add the social icons. Okay, and here we can make this 10. Here we can add some more, like we can search for the Instagram. Here we can make this circle. Okay, and here we can make this custom, and here also you can see we have this white color, so we can make this white color. I think here we can make this white, and this would be like this, and on hover this is fully white. This we can make this like this. Okay, and here in the item, here we can have this at the top, so we can click on this. Here we can have this in the top like this. Okay, and this would be spacing 8. Okay, now we can have this text here, heading, and this heading would go below the social icons. Okay, let's add a name here, random name. So here we can add John Doe. We can make this like this, make this black. Okay, and here we can add 30. Okay, and here we can just duplicate this, and here also we can make this little bit smaller. Okay, and this would be text, and here we have this second one. We can make this like this, 10 only. Okay, and this would be 20 only, like this. This is the social icon, and here we can have this to border radius, so this would be 10, and in the left side we also have this 10. Okay, like this. Now we can see we have this item. Let's duplicate this. Here we can have this 30. Okay, let's duplicate, and everything is done. You have to just delete this content, like we can just do this here, just change the social icons. Okay, so this section is also ready. Okay, so you can see how fast we can build website using the Elementor. So you can see, let's duplicate this, change the content, and let's refresh. After refreshing, if I go below, you can see we have this fully working. Okay, so in this way we can make this whole section. Also we have this border effect and all. Okay, now let's see and move to the next section where we're gonna build this section. Okay, so for making this section, this is very easy. Now let's first add this. First we're gonna make this blue section. Let's add this. Okay, this section. Here we can make this counter. Okay, and here we can use this 1300 max width. This would be added to the top, and this will be added to the bottom. Okay, and here we can have a color. So let's add a color to this. Okay, this would be center, and this would be cover. Background overlay, we have this theme dark blue, and we can have this opacity here like this. Then we can search for the grid. We have this 4 grid here. Okay, and here you can see we have this container. We can add this container. Okay, and here we can search for the icon. So for the icon we can use this icons. So let's use this. Here we can make this fully white. Increase the size of this. Okay, and here we can also use a counter widget if you want. Let's use that. So this is saying 98700 something now. So we can use 9870. What are the prefix? Prefix I think comes first. So we can use the suffix here. Okay, and this is saying properties listed. So we can add this properties listed. Okay, now let's go to the number. Here we can make this white. Let's increase and decrease the font size of this to this much. And for the text also we can make this completely white like this. And here we can use the robot tool. Okay, like this. Here we can use the robot Joe. Okay, like this. So this is done. Now we have to just duplicate this. Okay, this way. This is duplicated. Okay, we can publish this also. Okay, so in this way we can make this. Now let's refresh. And after that also we can just go below. You can see we have this full section, because only the colors and content you have to just replace, like just upload the content here. You can replace the content by going to this, so you can choose any other. Just replace this text and all. Okay, now let's make this section here. So this is also very easy. I will give you these images, so let's use this. And here we can add the counter below. You can randomly name anything. Okay, and here we can go to this. Here we can just remove all of this. Now we can search for the grid. Here we have the 6 grids, so we can search for the grids. Okay, here we can add this. We can add an image. Okay, here we can add the solid. Here we can add this. I think we don't want the borders. We only want the box shadow like this. And we can have some border radius like 10. Now let's duplicate this. Okay, so this is done. Let's duplicate this one more time. Okay, in this way. And we can just go to the grid here, and here we can add this to the top. Okay, here we have to add this colors, white color. We can add this white color. Okay, here we can add this styles. Okay, we can use this grid. Okay, like this 62. Here we can go to the counter, and here we can add this 200. $150 like this. Okay, just you have to replace all of this content like this. I will give all of these images, so you can just make this. Okay, now let's refresh it here. Now after refreshing, if I go below, you can see we have this section fully ready. Okay, now let's move to the next section where we're going to build this our client section slider and this some sections. Okay, so now let's move to this section where we're going to build this our client section. So for that we can just copy any sections. So let's make this from scratch only. Here we can write reviews. This is 1300 max width and this is 100. Okay, and this is 80. Then we can just copy this. Okay, and we can just copy this here also. And we can copy this here. Okay, and here we have this carousel. Okay, now we have to make this. So for making this we can use this 3 slides only 1. Okay, so this is by default 3 and 1, but we can choose this. Okay, here we can remove all of these paddings. Here we have the navigation, we can make this 3. You remove the pause on hour and interaction if you want. Navigation, we don't want to use the arrows, we only use the dots. Okay, now let's go to the carousel advanced. Now let's add a container here. Okay, now you can see for this container we can add a padding here, and here we can add an image first. So let's add an image. So the image would be this. This is not circle. We can go to the advanced. Here you will find this mask option, like this, like this. Okay, now let's go to the layout. Here we have this custom. Here we can have this like this. Then in this this is the slide border box shadow. Okay, and here we can make everything in the center. So you can see we have this container advanced and remove the top one. Okay, now let's go to this, and here we can remake this at the top like that. But this is not visible because we have to add this slide one, and we can add some padding here so it will be visible at the top like this. So we can add 47, and here we can add 10, 10 and 10 to show these borders. Okay, so this is done, and now we can add this heading and all. So you can see we have built this John Doe. So we can just copy this, paste it here. Again we can copy this, and we can just paste it here. And this is 10. This is also like this. Then go to this. So we can have this 10 here. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to add this, so we can just copy this text, any random text we want. Okay, we can make this custom full width. Okay, this is done. We can add some margin at the top like this. Okay, so this is done. Now we can go to this container style. Here we'll find border, and here we can add that 10. So this is looking good. Now we can just go to the carousel content, and here we can remove all of this. Now let's duplicate this multiple times. So we can duplicate this 4 times, so we can slide it now. Go to this, and here we will find paginations. Here we can make this theme blue, and here we can increase this like this. Okay, here we can make this 2 to make the dots less. Now if I see, let's see. Okay, now let's publish. Now let's refresh, and if I go below, you can see our slider is fully working right this. Okay, so in this way we can build website very fast. You can just replace all of this content and all. Okay, so I hope you understand how you're going to build this. Now let's move to the next section where we're going to build our join our team section. So now for making the join our team section, what we can do, we can just go to the top. Here you will find this section. Now let's copy this section. We're going to copy this section. Okay, so we're going to use this as a team section. We can just paste this here. Here you will find this join our team. So let me copy this also. Okay, always prefer copy and paste. Do the smart work, don't do the hard work. Okay, I prefer to do this. Why to make every section same when we have this? Okay, so we have this option in the Elementor only to use this, right? So we can just remove this. We don't want this. Okay, now we want this button and image. So I'm very lazy. I don't want to make the button again also. So I think I have made a button here. Okay, so we have only this button, right? We can just copy this. Let's go below. Here we can paste this also. Now let's change these colors and all. Right here we don't want the borders like this. We can make this different. Make this. Make this right. Oh, this is looking good. Now we can add add an image here below, and we can choose this image. So I think we have this image here. Okay, so this is done. Now let's publish, and we can add some margin at the top of this image like this. Publish. I think we have to use this. Okay, we can make this full width. This is already full width. I hope we can increase the width and all. Everything is same. Okay, that's it. Now if I go here and let's try to refresh it. Let's save this first. Now let's try to refresh this here. Now we have to make the subscriber newsletter. If I go below, we have this. Now let's make this. For that you can see we have this, so let's add in a container. Okay, and here we can write newsletter 1300, and this would be 20. And here we can make this color in dark blue, and here we can have this container. Okay, remove the paddings. I mean newsletter. I think we are missing something. Let's see. Okay, so this is in the full width. We don't want in the full width, right? This is the newsletter. Let's remove this color from here. Okay, this is the container. Second container. So this is the container where we're gonna put this image color. Okay, and here we can have this border radius 20. We don't want the color in this. Okay, we don't want the color in this. Here we have the container, and we can put this color in this. Okay, now we can add the two containers inside this, and this is the container. We can duplicate this. Okay, and here we can add this. This is our subscribe to our newsletter. And we can make this white. Let's go to the fields option. Here we will find this to 80%. Let's use this to 75%. And for the buttons, we can make this medium, and this would be 30 or 25%, like this. Okay, now we can go to the fields, and here we can write enter your email address. Okay, and this is the button, so we can write it here, submit. This is the button. Here we will find this theme blue. Okay, and for the email, here we will find this black. We don't want this very black. We don't want the borders. Don't want the borders. And want the border radius also, like this. For the button also, we don't want the border radius. Okay, and here we will find this. Here we can make this extreme. Let's publish. Also, we want to go to this, so we can just make this em value and we can put this at the top like this. Now let's publish. Now if I go to the front end, let's save this first. Now let's go to this and try to refresh this. If I go below, you can see we have this fully working. Okay, so this is looking good. Okay, so we have successfully built all the homepage section. Now let's move to the final part of the video where we're going to build the header and footer. So this is the footer. So for making this, we can just go to this templates, open the theme builder from here. Okay, let's open the theme builder. We will find this footer option. Now let's add this footer. This is the footer. Here we can see we have the 4-section layout, so we're gonna use that only. So let's wait for it. Okay, so we have this footer. Now let's see what footer we have to make. So you can see we have this type of footer. So let's add a new container. Okay, like this. You can use the 4-section layout because we have this 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let's name this footer top. Okay, and here we can add 1300 max width, and here we can remove all of these paddings. Here also remove all of these paddings. Okay, this is the footer top. Here we can also remove the padding and we can add this 80, and this is also 80. Okay, and here we can add a background to this. So this is the background which we're gonna use. Okay, and here we can make this center. This is the cover. We have to add a background overlay color also, so let's use this theme dark. Okay, let's have this 6. Now for this first one, we can add an image. So this is the logo. We have this home hive logo. Okay, here we have the container. And here we have the text editor. Here we can have this, and we can make this fully white. Also we have to make this social icon. Okay, and here we can make this fully circle, and here we can make this like this. You can also add one more if you want, like this. And here you will also find the link. You can see here we have the link. You can just add a link to your social icons. Now we can make this custom colors, and here we can have this color. So this is not visible, I know. Let's make it a little lighter so it will be visible. And we can make this square. Okay, and this would be white. Okay, like this. And for the hover color we can have this white like this. We can have this grow animations, and here also we can have the spacing of 10. Okay, here we have the container 10 like this. Here you can see we have the general info. We can have this to, and we can general info, and we can make this to roboto. You can make this fully white. Okay, and here you can see we have the footer. We can make this space between center, and here we can have this 50. Okay, and here we can use the list. Here we can add this. Okay, and here we can add this to arrow. Okay, here we can put all of these links. So let's duplicate this. Okay, and this is the text. We can make this white. About, here we can have this to services. Here we can have this properties. Here we can have the contact. Okay, and this will be space between. And here we can have the 30, 20 like this. We can put some spacing also 10. Here this is also duplicated. Here this, we can remove this. Okay, and here we can add the random number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, like this. Here we can duplicate this and search for the phone. Okay, now let's duplicate this. Here we can add a random mail, home @, contact me. Here we can choose a mail. Okay, like this. This is done. Also, what are the things we have this now destinations address. You can just duplicate this, and here we'll find this. Here we will add this map option. Okay, so in this way we can put this. Now let's publish this. Add condition entire site, same close. Okay, now let's try to refresh this. If I go below, you can see this is also fully working. And here just we have to add the copyright section now. This is the copyright section. We can add a copyright. You can name this copyright 1300, and this would be have this theme dark blue. Okay, you can copy this, paste it here. Here we can search for the copyright. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. And we can also duplicate this, make this space between center. Remove this, remove this also. Like this, and here we can have the icons. Remove these icons, and here we can have the carriers. privacy policy. We can make this theme blue. We can also have this divider here, like this. Now let's publish. Here also you can see we have this like this. So here we can make this to 150. Okay, now let's try to refresh. You can see we have this copyright. Now what we have to do, we have to again go here, and here we have to open this with Elementor for home page. So let's wait for it. Okay, let's wait for it to open. And now let me show you a magic. So let's wait for it to open. So if I go below, you can see we have this. Now we can just go to the newsletter here, and here we can add a duplicate value. We can go and preview this. Okay, you can see there is little bit more space. So let me let's try 7. We have this space but very less, not visible. So now we can go to this z index value, and we can put this to value of 100, like this. Okay, like this. Also you can see we have this little bit different color. So for the newsletter, let's try to use this different color. So we can use this, but this darker shade, I think. Let's try to copy this color decal tool, this color. Okay, and we can copy this color. Okay, that's it. Let's publish. Now after that let's try to refresh this, and here after refreshing you can see if I go below, you can see we have successfully built the footer also. This is very looking good. We have successfully built the whole website, only our header is left. Okay, so let's make that also. So now you can see we have to make this header. So for making this header we want to make the links first. So let's go to the pages, go to the menus. Okay, here we have to make that menu. Let's name this final menu and create menu. Okay, here you will see we have this home. Let's add this. Here we can see about properties services. So we can add this custom menu here. About. Okay, and here we can have this properties. Here we can have these services, about properties, services, agents, testimonial and contact. So here we can have these agents, testimonials, and contact. Okay, now let's save this menu. Now let me go to the templates, and here we can add a theme builder, and here we have to choose the header, and we can add a new header. Okay, now we can have to make this type of header. Okay, so for making this header, let me first copy this color picker tool, this color, because we don't save this color right now. Let's add this, and this is the header. Here we can have 1300 max width. Okay, let me change my Wi-Fi. Okay, let's see. Okay, wait for a minute. You can change our Wi-Fi from here. Okay, we are back. So this is the header. We want to use this color now. Okay, this is the color, and here if I go to the header layout, and here we can add image. Okay, so this is the image. We want to use the logo, so we have this logo here, this home hive. Go to the advanced, and here we can have the custom one. Okay, and from here we can use the WordPress menu like this. First we're gonna make this everything in the center. Okay, and here we can use this background color, sweep up like this, full width, and this would be center. So you can make this white, and here we can make this. Okay, here we have the space between 10 like this. Then we can use this button. So this is the button which you want. Okay, we can just have this button. Okay, here you can see we can add this add property. Sorry for the background music. Add property, or you can say anything. Okay, you can just change this also. Now we can make this to white, and we can change this to this, something like this. This is looking good. Also we can have this different hover effect, like we can have this shrink is will look good. Now we can make this header sticky. Go to advanced by clicking the main container, make this sticky at the top. Now let's publish entire site, save and close. Okay, now let's refresh this, and after refreshing you can see that we have this website fully working. We have successfully built the whole website. Now we have to add this links. You can see we have this type of links. So for adding this we can first start from below. Here we have the join our team, so let's make this contact. So just we have to add the CSS ID contact. Here we can make this testimonials. Okay, and here we can write our testimonials. You can write this, and this is our agents. So we can also make this agents. Here we have the properties. Okay, here we have the services. So here we have the services. Okay, in this way let's publish. Now let me go here and we can refresh this. And after refreshing, let's see if those links are working or not. Let's try to connect contact is working, testimonial agent, services, properties, about. Okay, so we don't have about. So you can see this is working. So you can build this type of website by making this type of sections. I hope you understand how you can build this type of sections. Okay, and now only two things are left. We're gonna make our phone responsive mobile part, and also I will show you how you can put the animations in the website. Let me show you how you can do the animations. So if you can see here we have this. So suppose I want to add the animation. So let me show you that how you can add the animations. So here we're gonna add a sequence animation, very simple. Okay, so you can add animations anywhere in the container, in this widgets, text and all. So you can add, just you have to choose, and you can add the animation. But first choose that, go to advanced, and here we'll find the motion effect. Here we'll find intense animation like this. So here we can add zoom in animations, and this will be a little bit fast, and delay time will be 50. So 50 here. Now let's do the similar things for this. Here also we can add the zoom in animations. This will be fast also, and delay time will be okay. so delay time would be bigger. Then here we can put this, and here we can add this sliding up animation, and this will be fast. Here we can add the 150 in this way. This is a container. Here also we can do the zoom in animations fast. Here we can add the 200, and this is the form. So for adding this animations, we can add the zoom in animations here, and this would be 250 also. Let's publish. After that, let me refresh our front end. Okay, this is our front end, and you can see this the animations fully working here. Okay, so in this way you can add the animations. So this is the animation. Now let me show you the mobile parts, how we can do the mobile part. Okay, so let me show you the mobile part of the video, how you're gonna do the mobile part. So for that you will find these options. So we can go to the mobile. So let's first make this. Here we have to remove this. Here we can add 80, 20, 80 and 20. Okay, now we can just change this font size. Okay, here we can add the 40, 50. Okay, and here we can have this, and this would be 20, like this. Okay, and here you can see we have this 0. Here we can have the 50. Okay, 20. Okay, and here also you can see we have this 30. We can do this also. Okay, and here we can make this in the center. 20, and here also we can make this to full width like this. This will be automatically, you can see. Here also we can do the same. We can do 80, 20, 80 and 20. Okay, and here you can see we can make this like this, and here also we can make this 20. Okay, now let's see. Here we have the feature properties, 80, 20, 80 and 20. Here also we can have this 20. Okay, like this. Then we can have this 20. Okay, and here we can have the okay, here we have the counter before. Okay, here we can have 80, 20, 80 and 20. 20. Okay, and here we can have this to full width. This is almost responsive. Here we have to join our team. Also we can have 80, 20, 80 and 20. Okay, and also we can make this to 20. Okay, and here we can see we have this to full width. This is subscribe to our newsletter. And now 40. Okay, so home page is done for responsiveness. Now let me show you how we can do the header and footer. Let's go to the footer. You can just go to the footer from here only. Okay, let's go to this, and here we'll find this footer top. Okay, and here we can see we can have 220, and here we can have the 80. Let's try 80 below. Okay, the 80 is good looking. Here we can have 20. This is looking good. I think footer is done. Okay, so how fast we can build this now? If you know how to use all things. Now let's go to the header. Now let's make this header. So we have to first click on this header, go to the advanced, and here you will find this. So let's make this 10. Okay, so here also we can increase this. Here we have the toggle button. Okay, and here we can have this too. Also here we can have this 8. Also here we can have this too. Okay, so this is done. Now let's publish. Okay, so I think we have successfully built whole website in a very less time. I hope you understand how you can build this type of awesome websites. You can see all these sections are fully working. Okay, and we can also make this responsiveness. You can see fully responsive website. Okay, so you can see this is full section fully responsive. I hope you understand. Here we have this about tag property. This all things are working. You have to just only change this color, so you can change this by using the drop down here. Just add this, make this white. Here also make this like this. Okay, so this will work now. Okay, I hope you understand how you can build this. Only one thing is there, we have to add a scroll to the button. So you can add this by using a plugin. So let me add this also. Let's go to the install plugins. Okay, so this is not working. Let's try to do that. Let's go to the plugins. Here we will find at the plugin option. So here we have to search for a plugin. Let me show you that beautiful plugin. WP front scroll. Okay, so now let's install this. Okay, and I will show you how you can add this type of scroll to the bottom. Okay, let's install this. Now we can activate this. You can make this enabled, and here you will find auto hide feature. Okay, and here you will find these options. So we can choose any. So let's choose this. Save changes. Okay, let's choose this, and we have to save the changes again. Here you can use any custom custom icon by using the URL. Now let's refresh. Now to refreshing, you can see we have this button. Okay, when we click, this will go to the top. Okay, so in this way we can build this type of website. I hope you understand. Okay, so all the links are in the video description. Do check it out. If you want to buy this kit, all the links are in the video description. All the images are free. Also check out the description. I hope you understand how to make this type of awesome website by using the Elementor in WordPress. If you are new to our channel, like and share our videos with your friends and subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time.